Hello everybody and welcome to the Alternative Left Show. Today is the 20th of September 2018. So let's get into this. Right, the Copyright Directive, it recently passed. I believe it was passed on the 12th of this month. This was the second time the bill had been put through Parliament after being rejected in May, but typical of the EU, if we don't like the result, we'll just keep putting it through Parliament till we get the result we want. This is democracy for you. So firstly, I'll discuss Article 13 of the Directive, which is also being referred to as the meme ban. If I describe this in layman's terms, it basically says that anybody who posts anything on a public platform, whether it be YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, that them platforms will be liable for any copyrighted material. So if you post a meme on Facebook, say, and it has a Disney graphic in it, then Facebook will be liable for the copyrighted material and may have to pay a fee or buy the license for it. Now, due to the amount of traffic that Facebook gets every day, obviously this is going to be absolutely impossible to police, so they're going to have to create an algorithm. So any copyrighted material or anything that looks like copyrighted material will immediately be blocked. One rejected amendment to the article was freedom of panorama. So this means if you take a selfie and you catch a copyrighted image in the background, or say a logo on your t-shirt, then of course this will also immediately be blocked. This also encompasses videos, so if you're taking a video out with your friends and you catch a copyrighted image, then once again that will be taken down. Finally is Article 13. Now this is being called the link tax. This act overrides fair use, so you can no longer quote a news article or media source without the platform being liable again for the content. This act is clearly aimed at alternative news hubs, which they consider a threat. This will of course give them direct control over the narrative and make it very hard for alternative media such as myself to flourish. Now I've tried to keep this video nice and short, just as a soundbite, so if you wish to share with your friends and they have short attention spans like some people do, like me. So I'll just finish with my thoughts on this new act. Now the final version of this act will be voted on in March, so we do have until then to do something about it. Although Britain are leaving the EU, I can see this being quite an attractive law for Theresa May to bring into the UK. And don't be surprised if it also ends up in Canadian law if you live in Canada, or being adopted elsewhere in the world, because the EU does seem to be a testbed for certain laws, as I've noticed, because we do live in a globalised society. Now, typical, the EU Parliament is full of boomers who have no idea how the internet works and they don't understand how it's going to affect people's lives. I mean, I'll be particularly happy because I'm sick of seeing fucking selfies every day. And fucking memes, but I'm a miserable bastard, so as you might have guessed, it's not really going to bother me that much. But seriously, I can see a massive shitstorm happening when this gets acted into law, when all these teenagers realise I can't post any selfies anymore or post any memes. To me, the real concern is actually the Article 11 part, which is the link tax, because this is going to give control of the narrative to news sources in the pockets of the EU, and independent commentators like myself are going to be stifled, and our audiences are just going to have to take our word for it when we say things, which I think is really dangerous, because I think this will create more what Donald Trump calls fake news. And it will be difficult for content creators to grow their platforms simply because if you've not heard of the person, you're not going to trust what they're saying. Now, if you want to fight this, please contact your MEP and tell them to vote against it in March. And I'll keep an eye out on the news in case it looks like it's going to be implemented into UK law. In which case you'll have to contact your own MP to stop it going through our Parliament as well. Well, if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing. Keep yourself safe, and I will see you later.